Over the 28th and 29th of January in 2024, a little over an hour from Melbourne in the city of Geelong, the Corio Model Railway Club held their 49th annual exhibition at the Geelong West Town Hall. And in this video, we're going to take a look at all the layouts, demonstrations and traders that were in attendance. This video and other exhibition reports on this channel are made possible by the Patreons on Patreon. Starting with a layout with some iconic locomotives of the Victorian Railways, Black Stump. This layout is based on the Victorian Railways narrow gauge line in the Otways. The station recently having been named the Black Stump after a bushfire left a large black stump from an old tree. This layout is in the scale of 0:30, and the line that this layout is based on no longer exists, although it did use locomotives that can now be found at the iconic Puffing Billy Railway just outside of Melbourne. And I think this certainly captures a great part of the Victorian Railways and the area that it represents. Somewhere from the Warrnambool Model Railway Club is a freelance design, a continuous loop with shunting. The layout is loosely set in Australia and is in HO scale. The layout sees trains passing through a regional town with all the usual suspects, like a station, a goods shed, pub, livestock yard, a grain silo with art depicting a draft horse team, and a locomotive shed. The layout is controlled by an NEC DCC system. HO scale Victorian Railways inspired layout Cooks Creek depicts a fictional terminus somewhere in regional Victoria, set sometime in the late 1970s into the early 1980s. The area sees many trains, from general goods and livestock to grain and regular passenger services. Easily my favourite layout in attendance was Helston, a prototypical English O-scale layout. The line ran from Helston in southwest Cornwall to a junction with the main line of the Great Western Railway at Gwynedd Road. The connection there faced Penzance. The line was 8 miles and 67 chains long, or 14.2 kilometres in length. As a purely local line running through difficult terrain, it was heavily curved and graded. Although Helston is an important town, most of the intermediate area was dedicated to agriculture, with a sparse population, and the terminus at Helston was some distance from the seaside. The main line at Gwynedd Road gave direct access to London and the rest of England, on the route now known as the Cornish Main Line. Although the real line was closed in the 1960s, in 2024 it's now seeing a new life as a heritage railway with just over 1.5 kilometres of track of the original line reopened, with the goal to eventually reconnect to the main line. Jenke was designed as a small layout, which the operators' sons could run their trains on. It has been designed to take up the least amount of space, but large enough to run larger rolling stock and locomotives. You can see all kinds of classes of locomotives and rolling stock running, and most of the buildings are from kits, and all the trees, again, made simple as possible. And this layout is controlled with DCC. Next to the rail motor model stand was Workshop, which is loosely based on the North Geelong Wagon Maintenance Centre, where wagons are repaired, modified and painted. This was the last outing of this layout, and it has now, since the recording of this video, changed hands, so whether we'll see it back on the exhibition circuit anytime soon is anyone's guess. Little Oaklands, which is a freelance layout depicting a rural branch line somewhere in the north of England. A quarry loader has ensured that the line survived until the 1970s, but for how much longer? The layout is built on a single chipboard panel and shows what can be achieved in a small area. The scenic effects are made using cheap or scrounged materials, and structures are mostly super quick, and all the trains are ready to run. N-scale layout Clinchfeild, which is designed around the Clinchfeild line in America and is controlled with a Digitrax DCC system through a laptop running JMRI. Running mainly are Clinchfeild locos, and rolling stock of other lines may be run from time to time. This layout is built on an aluminium frame for lightness and contains over 2,500 trees, which is typical of the area that it represents. Blumenau appears to be a busy railway maintenance centre for steam, diesel and electric locomotives, located somewhere in the lowlands. Different types of locomotives can be seen in and out of the roundhouse, as well as at nearby workshops, with its transfer station table. Blumenau uses Marklin's 16-volt 3-rail AC track, and buildings featured are available from commercial stock and are also scratch built. The Geelong Lego User Group. Their display was a collection of Lego trains and buildings built by the members of the Geelong Lego Users Group, based, well, right there in Geelong. They meet 6 times a year and display each year at the Geelong show, and and some members even travel around the state and Australia showcasing their LEGO creations.
Been good though. Now that I've seen what's happening now. Yeah. I thought you might have come down with Matt. He was down this morning. Yeah. Yeah.
So on top of all the layouts that were on show, you also had retailers and traders, who were Rail Motor Models, Brunel Hobbies, Train World, Kerriby Models, Broad Gauge Models, Paul's 3D Prints, Jonah's Creations, KNL Models, Get the Met, Melbourne Transit System, a second-hand stall, and of course SDS Models. Now, if you are keen to find out more about this exhibition, you can follow the Corio Club on social media or keep up to date with everything model railways in Australia with my monthly model railway news on this channel. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Hooroo!